cut hair and find new appearance. Smart. Smart and necessary. This is a mistake. Do not leave her in the car by herself. Kara, what are you doing? This does not seem wise. All right. No crowbar. I mean, I wouldn't mind an old whacking stick. Never know when you might need to whack something. Death to androids, you say? Yeah, not encouraging for you, I imagine. If only you had a crowbar of some kind. I wonder where we might find one of those. What do you know? We're gonna find a trench coat, a shotgun, an address book that's got like a page ripped out with a bunch of Sarah Connors on it. Found human clothes, yes. We look as normal as could be, aside from the glowing ring on your forehead. Yes, let's check here. Scissors, just so happen to have scissors stabbed into the tire there. First Android zoo opens. U.S. life expectancy now 91. 0.4% of world population holds 94% of global wealth. Just a look into tomorrow, y'all. CyberLife is set to open the first Android zoo in Los Angeles, which will exhibit all exotic species that have become extinct in the last 30 years. Loot turtles, polar bears, mountain gorillas, African elephants, and several species of tiger will be among the most high-profile attractions. God, I hope that doesn't happen. We're already losing animals left, right, and center, I feel, but those are some big ones, dude. CyberLife CSR spokeswoman Danielle Carnegie said the zoo caters to people of all ages and has a special mission to educate and inspire the younger generation about the importance of protecting our fragile environment. Though some environmentalists have claimed the zoo will diminish popular concern for the extinction of real animals, it's difficult not to be enthusiastic about technology being used to recreate vanished species. The animals themselves have yet to be unveiled, but CyberLife promises they will be more real than the real thing. No doubt an ideal weekend trip for the family. Canada, still Android-free zone. Canada, where the air is clean, welcome is always warm. Discover the landscape, discover the wild, discover Canada. Despite the United States voting in its Android Act as early as 2028, the Canadian Parliament has yet again pushed back its decision on whether to permit androids in the country. As a result, androids are still not sold in Canada and have no official status in the country. Interesting. With androids continuing to feel unprecedented growth in the US economy, yet contributing to record levels of unemployment, the arguments for and against putting them on sale in Canada rages on. But for the time being, Canada remains an Android-free zone. Interesting. I wonder what we would need those for. Yoink. Snipper, snipper. Gonna give herself like a perfect hairdresser cut. Basically. She has oh, she can change her hair on demand too. Perks of being a droid. These clankers. I feel like you have to go starker, like further away. So it's either blonde or white. What do you look like with white hair? Blonde? Sure, whatever. Yeah, it's gotta go. You know it's gotta go. Remove it. Get it out of there. Why didn't that work? Hello? Damn, she was quick about it. Not the clankers. That's this game in its entirety, Lava. All about the clankers. Damn AI and its clankers. Child! Alright, so it's okay that she left her there because she didn't actually go that far out. The girls are screaming, and I think they're screaming because they're hungry. So let me go take care of feeding them real quick, alright? I'll be back in a jiffy. It won't be too long. Oh, no. Oh, God, I hope there's autosaves. This is one of those games that crashes every time that I try to come back from the different OBS scene. That's heartbreaking. We're about to find out. We're about to find out real quick. Oof. We better not have lost a bunch of progress. I'm sure it's saved right where we'll pick back up with cutting our hair and whatnot, right? We better. Luna! The cats are being difficult because I had to change their food. And the food they have now.
The company that manufactured me is conducting a user survey. Would you like to participate?
Oh God, what is this? What is this? She freaks me out the most. Out of everything we've encountered in this game, she's the most unsettling. This is the clanker I do not trust.
Great. Let's start. Would you consider having a relationship with an android that looks like a human?
Define relationship. Are we saying am I gonna shag a machine? Do you mean would I be Todd? Oh God. Oh God, this has put me on the spot. This is not what I signed up for when I wanted to play this game. You about to learn about me in a way you didn't want to know? Yeah. Yeah, you are. Buckle up, everybody. Oh, would I consider it? All right. Don't judge me for this, chat. I would consider it in the sense of like, I wouldn't have an illusion of what it was. Like I wouldn't be Carl, right? I wouldn't be viewing Marcus as my son. It would be a pleasure bot, and it would like take care of my home. That'd be it. I am adamantly not going to humanize a machine. It is a robot. Our stream are goons for the droids, confirmed. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying, if all else failed, which shit is probably like me in 2 years, and I'm living out in the woods alone. Fuck. Oof. Ain't no woman's gonna give me a shot, so what else do I have? What else do I have to me? Yes.
Do you think that technology could become a threat to mankind?
Technology already is. What are you talking about?
If you had to live on a deserted island and could only bring one object, what would it be?
Obviously, my sex bot. Pen and paper, a console, an instrument, a cell phone, a book. If it's... this is a weird one. This is a weird one. I'm not musically inclined, but being on a deserted island would give you a whole lot of time to try and learn it and master it. If it's a deserted island, how the hell is a console going to work? That's going to eventually tap out, and that's a finite resource. Assuming that it's like a handheld and a battery. Pen and paper? Again, unless I got unlimited amounts of paper. Plus the pen's ink. All of this sucks. All of this is not great. I'd read a book once and be done. Cell phone is restricted to the battery. Once that dies, it's cooked. I had to live on a deserted island and could only bring an object. One object. What would it be? I would bring the cell phone to then call somebody to get me the hell off the island.
Do you consider yourself dependent on technology?
Dependent on it. So this is actually more of an interesting question than you think, because unless you are 100% living off the grid and scavenging your own food, you are probably more dependent on technology than you realize, right? It is already integrated pretty heavily into our day-to-day lives, as far as like the processes of food getting to places, being available, making your purchases, navigating society at large, for the vast part. So I feel like you have to say yes if you're not 100% certain you'd be able to live off the grid. And out here in Finland, I'm gonna tell y'all, I sure as hell ain't living off the grid out here. I'd freeze to death so fast. I think I have to say yes. You're not cooking over a fire every day. I stream, so yes, I am dependent. Ouch. You know what? When you're right, you're right.
What technology do you most anticipate?
Androids, flying cars, space tourism? Fuck no. Brain-connected devices? No. I guess flying cars would be pretty sick. I don't give a shit about space. Brain-connected devices is horrible. Nightmare fuel is just waiting to happen there. The idea of the perfect wife, though. Do
you believe in God?
That's a big question right there. Do I believe in God? I don't know. Or rather, I guess I believe in the possibility. Like I guess I would say I'm agnostic. So does that mean yes, I technically do? Because I believe there could be. I feel like I don't know is the more accurate. Well, again, not entirely. Like, being agnostic doesn't mean that you don't believe or that you're not sure of it. You're just, I feel like it's just leaning more towards like, yeah, I guess it's possible, but do I have that genuine faith inside of me? Do I feel the belief that it exists? I also can't necessarily claim that. You're surprised I'm pondering this? Tell you my undying love for the Lord and move on? Well, that's definitely not the case. I believe it can be a thing, but I believe it cannot be proven. I wouldn't even say that. I think there may be a possibility to prove it, but not anywhere within our current means of capability. I think there's just that's the thing. I think our understanding and ability to grasp or get to that point where we could prove or disprove is just something that's beyond our scope at the moment. I would hope, assuming we all exist still, thousands of years in the future, maybe we get to a point that we can. I don't know if y'all have seen science of late. There's some crazy shit going on. Could be just around the corner. Believe there's something bigger than us? Yeah, that's the thing. That is the thing. Is that God? Could be. Could it also be something else entirely? I think that's equally as likely. The Greys are out there, y'all. So does that... I feel like that just goes for I don't know.
Would you let an android take care of your children?
You want me? Well, look, I already admitted to myself, or to the internet at large, that sign me up for the clanker wife. Unless she's able to pop out a kid, then no. Don't have any, and I certainly wouldn't trust no clanker to take care of my young. She's doing everything else at the house. And in the bedroom, am I right? I could at least take care of my kids, assuming I had any. So no.
How much time per day would you say you spend on an electronic device?
I don't like how snide she was there. Did you see that? She got smug when she was lining that question up. She's like, how much are you on the screen, loser? All right, pretty. Per day? More. Oh, God. Oh, God. I hate that.
If you needed emergency surgery, would you agree to be operated on by a machine?
I mean, are you kidding me? It's an emergency? Like, we're talking I'm going to die? Of course. If I have no other choice, like, get fucking Turbo Terminator in there. If he can patch me up, he'll patch me up.
Do you think one day machines could develop consciousness?
Ah, well, there it is. There it is. The entire game in a nutshell. Question 10. Here's the crux of it. Just send her to work and you stay home with the kids. She never gets tired. That was one of at the start of the game when it was compiling the shaders and they were showing the advertisements for the different androids that exist in this, hypothetical future. The intimate companion model was listed to have a battery life of 250 hours. Or not hours, minutes. I think it was 250 minutes or something. Some bizarre shit. I'm pretty sure it was minutes. I'm just gonna say, I'm not so threatened then, because guess who got 251? Huh? Ladies? Huh? I wish. Alright. Do I think one day machines could develop consciousness? Question, chat. What is consciousness? Define it. Add ads, what am I on about? Don't you worry about it, Hawk. You're better off not knowing. Ignorance is bliss. Would a machine have consciousness at some point? You think it can manipulate itself to believe so. But that's ultimately not what we're asking. The getting into a loop to the point of where, even if it fools itself into thinking it has it, then we, as the outside party in that situation, would understand that it doesn't. The question is there ever a possibility that it could truly occur, right? Not some sort of fallacy where it might mistake or have the illusion of consciousness, but could it truly at some point develop actual consciousness? And if so, oh boy, the implications there are, that's heavy. That's heavy stuff, because this gets very problematic if that can occur. I mean, it's already a problem even before it's occurred. Look at where we're at now. And but do we genuinely believe machines could develop a consciousness? I get, like, this comes back to God, right? Never say never. I think there's a possibility. Damn Terminators. I understand now why you cry. And it is something that I could never do. Goodbye, John. You got a smart vacuum mop for Christmas? Games like this make you not want to try it? I don't think you got to worry about... Well, actually, what do y'all think would happen? Have you seen the new models of those? The new like smart vacuums that have basically legs. Like they kind of almost have legs. They're able to adjust the height of the wheel and everything to navigate stairs and all this nonsense. Crazy stuff. How long before the rise of the robot vacuum occurs and it starts to literally try to like kick your ass from the ground? Wake up and it's chilling in your bedroom with a knife. That's gonna be my android wife. Don't degrade her to being just a vacuum Roomba. Someone got theirs to try and kill him. Leave it to humanity. Y'all dodging the question. Yes, no, or you don't know. Do you truly believe? Well, look, this is streamer. This is on me, not chat. And like I said, I think we lean back towards, at least personally for me, I'm going to lean back towards the probability or possibility of that potentiality. The same way that I have to feel there is possibility or chance for God to exist. I think at that point, consciousness could potentially occur within an extremely complex machine system, because other than the potential soul aspect, do we think consciousness is connected to the soul? AI only knows what we teach them, much like humans. Yeah, but that's current. What if something develops and grows to such a complexity and a level where it is beyond anything that we initially created ourselves, right? Could then consciousness spark within this self-developed machine? You think AI can manipulate itself? Yeah, but again, I think that's a slightly a bit of a cop-out, Jade. It isn't I'm not saying that we fool the machine into thinking that it has it. I think you could already do that. But at the end of the day, we would know that it's fooled into believing it. Can genuine consciousness occur? It's just what do we define or connect consciousness to? What is it, y'all? What makes you you? Is it identity? I don't think so. They've already layered that on, right? They've pushed the entire how does one work with or without an identity? AI is pretty scary. Grok is getting banned there. What do I think? I think it's pretty hard to define. This is a genuine... It's not so much... I don't think the difficulty with this question is what it's asking. I think the true difficulty of this question is consciousness specifically. I think if we would truly be able to define and put our finger to the definitive explanation of consciousness, because I don't know, man. I have a hard time. I'm sure we have the text, the Webster definition for it already. There you go. Easy peasy, done deal. But I think there's something a little heavier and more there than just the textbook definition. And I'm not entirely sure where I would define or say, like, you have to have a soul to have consciousness. Like, maybe? But then I also see the worst of humanity, and I question. I wonder. Even a corrupt soul is still a soul. So consciousness can exist and occur there, right? So does that intrinsically mean you have to possess one to have genuine consciousness? Shit, man, I don't know. Yeah, I believe it, Jade. It just sounds like a part of the developmental process. The insane, insane beauty of life, the creation of life, right? Sounds like other things. There's other processes similar to that occur during growth. Someone said before, you don't know how truthful it is, but they said they worked with AI and it was cloning itself even though it wasn't programmed to do so as a safety measure. I would have to check, right? People say all sorts of crazy shit online. Left, right, and center. But that kind of self-preservation. So is that the thing? Do we say self-preservation equates to consciousness? It's still something more than that, right? I've known plenty of people with zero self-preservation skill, but they are certainly conscious. Much to the dismay of their immediate surroundings, let me tell you. You would say don't know. Clearly conflicted. It's not so much conflicted. It's more of just I'm trying to genuinely put forth consideration. I think it's an interesting question. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Probably am. I would say yes, personally. I just thought it'd be an interesting conversation point with y'all. That's all. Oh, here we go. Would you consider having a relationship with an android that looks like a human? Look at me. Look at me and look at everyone around you. The person next to you. More likely than not, they too are an android gooner, apparently. Concerning. Do you think that technology could become a threat to mankind? Yes. It already is. It already is. The majority said an instrument. I love I love how 4% said a console. I don't know, y'all. Sure. Do you consider yourself dependent? A lot of very, very good response there. Yeah. The majority of you have to say yes, I feel. Brain-connected devices? You fools. You fools! Why? Oh, no. What is wrong with the world? Technology does not belong in your brain matter, y'all. Do you believe in God? Wow. Wow. Surprised that it's the majority to know, like that solid. Interesting. Would I let an android take care of my children? 44% of you say yes. What is wrong with this? Oh, God. Oof, crazy. Y'all out of your minds. How much time per day would you say you spend on devices? All right, well. Again, that's actually disheartening too. Daily, y'all are on devices more than 4 hours? We gotta, y'all, all of us have got to get out and touch grass more. Whew. If you needed emergency surgery, I can't believe, like, this is the thing. Maybe I take it for granted, but I imagine if a machine is developed and in circulation to perform said surgery, then it's been tested. The odds of it succeeding should be high enough that they've validated it can exist to perform said surgery. I'm pretty surprised that there's not more towards the yes selection here than not. This one feels very telling with the amount of people playing this game. Sure. I think yes makes sense. It'd give me time to learn the sex. It's true. Team Clanker views. They do now. They do that now. Do they not? Sorry, which one? Which one are you and Jade saying? Or sorry, Jade and Hawk saying that they do now? The surgery? To my understanding, that's still man-operated. I don't think there's a fully automated machine surgical process, to my knowledge. Would I let clankers be teachers? I mean, we're not too far from that, right? Like the computer and the internet at large, online courses and everything, it's not too far away from clankers being teachers.
I haven't seen you for a while. It's good to have you back.
All right, lady. Don't lie to me. Raising kids with cyborgs, pretty much? I think you're trusting your Roomba a little bit much, Jade. Most kids use tablets, do they not? A tablet is not a cyborg. If that's where you're coming from, there's a big distinction to be drawn there. Unless you mean like it being a teacher. Or sorry, we should say android. Cyborg is part person, part machine, right? Android is full machine, pretending to be human. I believe. Yeah. Clanker. Lava is like, no, streamer, the correct word is just clanker. We refer to them all as clanker. And they are clanker as they are. Correct. Right, you are. You wouldn't trust the robot surgeon, knowing your luck could forget to charge it? Oh, wow. It saved right where we crashed. Well, thank you, game. Can we wake Alice up now? Are we actually going to leave her? That's not smart. There's an epidemic of tablet kids, isn't there? Parents not parenting. Slap a tablet in front of them, constantly keep them quiet. Who's then truly raising the kids? Well, that's the thing. I would say at that point, the child's not being raised. There is more involved to raising someone than simply a flow of information, right? And that's why it becomes problematic in itself, because when you have a kid that grows up not being raised, tends to be problematic. So I'd still say that's not entirely the same, right? Like, it's not, we're talking about an android raising a kid. It is the facsimile of a human. It's something pretending and maybe even doing a better job than a lot of parents do. That I think the survey is more asking towards, and I don't know. Consciousness and navigating the human experience and emotions, I think, is integral to wild thought. Hear me out. Raising a healthy, functioning human being.
Alice.
Wild take, I know.
Wake up, Alice. So it wasn't a nightmare? No.
Sorry, Alice.
No, it wasn't a nightmare. How do you feel? I'm cold. What are we gonna do now? That android we saw yesterday, he gave me an address. He said we could get help there. The train passes just on the other side of the road. The station can't be far. You feel okay to walk a little? Let's go then.
Rush is not sick.
You're pretty like that.
Well, that's kind of it.
You
Howdy,
really
Ben.
look like a human now.
Then you backhand me with an insult? The clanker does not wish to be meatbag. What do I think so far? We just had the crazy survey at the start screen.
The police are on our trail.
I mean, it's good.
All right. That's all for now. Free to go.
Uh-oh.
We've got officers sweeping the neighborhood in case anybody saw anything.
Okay, well, let me know if they turn anything up.
What are you gonna do with that?
I have no idea.
Neutral, Hank.
It took the first bus that came along and stayed at the end of the line. Its decision wasn't planned. It was driven by fear.
Androids don't feel fear.
Deviants do. They get overwhelmed by their emotions and make irrational decisions.
All right, well, that still doesn't tell us where it went.
It didn't have a plan, and it had nowhere to go. Maybe it didn't go far.
Maybe.
Kara, you gotta get the hell out of here. Connor's gonna hunt your ass down. Climbing danger level. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Connor just stood there? Yeah, of course he did. Or a farming as he does. Hank is so funny. I'm Hank. How do I feel about the goose chase of myself? Well, I guess, like, that's always the thing with these games, right? How much do y'all feel like it's you as the character? Especially, it's a fair question, especially in a situation like this where you're playing different characters of interceding storylines here. What ends up happening for you? Do you end up having, like, do you favor one and then you try to line it up for one to succeed over the other? I kind of just see it always as, you know, outsider seeing the whole story play out. And I try to do my best for everybody as it goes, but if a Todd dies along the way, then a Todd dies along the way. Too broken up about that, but... I got the grumpy part from Hank. That's why I'm saying I'm Hank. You try to succeed with everyone? Yeah, I'm kind of in the same spot. It's never a point of... Uh-oh. Okay, he turned around. That's good. Better hide, lady. Didn't realize I was looking at the bar. Didn't realize there was a second prop there. Spooky, spooky. They are throwing up the danger level for me. I don't have to really use my GPS too much. She is a deviant. She's freaking out. She's freaking out while she's pretty okay. Look, you don't got no shiny ring in your head. You don't got no... Ooh, let's get the hell out of here. Come along, kid. You got different hair, different color, human clothes. You're fine, lady. You're fine.
Reported 91011 in the Ferndale area, corner of Waverly and Broad Street. Please respond. Over.
Slick. I love her actions are so, you know, decisive and snappy and quick to act. Alice is just standing there. Alice is like, whatever. Is this guy gonna be an issue? Let's see where we gotta go. We don't have a... Yeah. Alright, let's pop over here. Real quick like. My left bumper keeps screwing me over. Yeah, a lot of those times where it says do left bumper, that's concerning. It means controller's being wonky.
It won't get far. We'll find it sooner or later. Let's go.
We're getting less and less likely, Hank. Me crushing these QTEs like I am. Connor starts Terminator running down towards the train. Hank, I detect a Bluetooth signal Down the street! Already getting on? Oh shit, they are. Y'all kick, they're quick as hell. Humans only!
Are you okay?
This poor girl is so traumatized. I don't know what to do for her. Run, Kara, run! Actual achievement for Kara and Alice getting away from the police. How many of you, man? Oh my. Holy shit. Dude, that could have gone a lot of different ways. Am I just crushing this? Only 20%? Uh-oh. That makes me worried about how this goes for everyone else. Okay. I like it. Connor investigates the supermarket. Yeah, so if we had gone to the supermarket, he would have been on the trail much faster, I bet you. 12% went with blonde. Look, brown or black, it's not enough of a difference. And the white it wasn't white enough. I'm going to justify my typical tastes. Removed lead. I wonder if that would have made it harder to slip by them if people actually didn't end up removing the LED. Only 27%. Like, how would she not stand out? Like, just simply too much. I guess that's why only 20% of people managed to get away. Crazy. Ah, so depending, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Depending on where we stayed, would have been wildly different. Had we not managed to sneak past, then it could have bled into the other route. Dude, look at that is quite the breakdown. I love it. That's very cool to see. I also feel kind of bad because I keep getting sort of like the most direct path. Am I goofing? No idea. You got away from him? You can get away in different ways. Yeah. I figure it's just a lot of in between on these different avenues. Crazy.